Hi everybody, it's Robbie from Southern California. And I've had a few questions come in on tomatoes as far as which is the sucker and which is the leaf. They said they don't know. And you know, for a lot of new beginners, when they're just starting to grow tomatoes, that is true. It is hard to tell because the leaf can look very similar to a sucker. The leaf, let's start off, is part of the plant that is never going to grow any tomatoes on it. That's why I leave the suckers. This is a sucker and this is a leaf. Let's trim a leaf, and that's the only thing I ever trim. And I'll give you another tip at the end on the leaf. This is a leaf. And what you get is a straight stem with just more leaves growing off the stem. The leaf, you cannot root it, and it will never grow any tomatoes. So this part you can easily trim and do other things with too. We'll get into that soon. Now, the suckers look very much like your tomato plant. They have a long stem and they grow leaves, and then what they start to do is grow tomatoes. They are generally on top of the leaf. So this is a leaf coming up, and then you'll see another part of the plant growing this other leaf. But if you look carefully, you'll see that it's actually a tiny tomato plant. If this was on the ground and it wasn't growing in, let's say, a bucket like this one's growing, it would be growing on the ground, and that little part here, if it touches the ground, can grow roots and continue to grow. So if your main plant, which would be way down there, something would happen to it, something would knock it, it would break, and there would be no longer any roots to it. These little plants that were growing along the vine, because this is actually a ground vine, it would set root and start to grow tomatoes as well. It's going to grow tomatoes no matter what. So if you look around, you'll see what is a sucker and what is a tomato. And I'll show you up close. We'll get up close and I'll show you exactly how to tell, even when they're really, really tiny. So here's a good example of a nice tall tomato plant. See how it's growing tomatoes up there? This is a branch. Now this is a leaf. These are tomatoes. This is a leaf. Another leaf. See, it has a straight stem, and this will never grow tomatoes. Now this here, let's move this over. This is a sucker, and this is what a lot of people trim off. But the suckers, see, the leaf was here. The sucker is what's going to grow your tomatoes. Now here's another sucker. This is the perfect example how it grows. This is a leaf. See the leaf here? This tall thing, long thing, is a leaf, and all it's going to grow is one stem. It will have a point on the end, and it will grow straight back. Now this, right above the stem, that's how the suckers grow, will come out, and it will look like the tomato plant, and it will have a leaf here. See how it grows a separate leaf, another separate leaf, another separate leaf, and now it's going to grow tomatoes. So your suckers, as some people trim off, are growing just above where the leaf is growing. See that? It's growing just above. Make sure when you stake your plants you don't strangle them. Right here I have yarn, and it's tied up, but it's leaned on it. See how when I move the yarn, there's plenty of space there? Leaning is okay, but tying it too tight, you'll strangle the plant. So as you go through here, you'll see that this is a leaf. So if this was browning, I could take this off. This sent out more tomatoes. Let's step back over here. See, now all these brown leaves can come off. I can trim that. This was a sucker that started, but it's turning yellow. That can be taken off. It's not going to grow anything if it's turning yellow. But the plant continues to grow, and generally it grows. Like here's another leaf. This long thing is a leaf. All you see are more leaves, nothing but leaves. But this grows upright. See how the sucker goes up? It's heading towards the sun. It needs to get up, and it is just there above the leaf. As you start to check out your plants, you'll be able to tell the difference on what it looks like. And then you'll know, oh yeah, there's a leaf, and there is a new sucker coming up. And that can be cut off here, and it can be rooted. Make sure that it's not really tall enough yet, but make sure when you root them that you have a little joint there. That is not ready to be trimmed and rooted. But these are all leaves. This is leaves. Let's go check out another plant and see if we can see a few more. So the more you'll see, the more you'll be able to tell the difference between a leaf and a sucker. And just so you know, all tomato plants do grow a little differently. Sometimes they don't even look like a sucker. All they do is send out these bushy things that end up to turn out to be tomatoes. Now here's another tomato plant. And remember, your cherry tomatoes, they're really notorious for growing lots and lots of suckers that grow lots and lots of tomatoes. So that's the last one you really want to trim, because that's where tomatoes are coming from, the suckers. Now here, again, see how the stem grows? This was a sucker coming through here, and it grew clusters of tomatoes. So hard to see on some of these plants. Some are much easier to see than others. Okay, here it is. Here's the vine coming through. Well, this had a leaf here. This was a leaf, but this was a sucker. And if you would have taken it off, you would have lost all the tomatoes that were growing on that. Here's another sucker. Up here, let's see if we can see this. Don't look at the tomato because that's on something else. That's a leaf. Now that leaf is connected here, but coming up right next to the leaf is the sucker, and that's going to grow tomatoes. Let's go see if we can find a better example, because it is hard to see. Isn't this funny? It's growing under the tool. I am protected from hornworms and everything. It is. It is protected. It wasn't supposed to grow underneath, but that's the way it grew. And I'm going to leave it. And thank goodness, tomatoes are pretty much self-pollinating. All this wind that's blowing on my camera is what's pollinating your tomatoes. Let's go take a look and see if there's any other tomatoes we can get a better look at. Now this tomato plant is last year's Goliath tomato plant. This is a tomato plant that grows massive tomatoes. They get really big. They could be 1 to 2 pounds each or even bigger. This is a perfect example because a lot of people like them to grow straight up, and they do a lot of trimming. I do not. If I would have trimmed this plant back, the odds are it wouldn't have made it back for the second year. So it's better I didn't touch it. Let's look over here, because this is really good to look through different ones. Now see, this is a leaf. This is absolutely a perfect example. The leaf came out here, but see this little thing that's growing here? This little thing here is your new sucker. And that's going to grow into just like another tomato plant. And that will end up growing tomatoes. And that's what I don't want to cut. Same thing here. If you can see this droop, it's hard to tell because my moringa's here. Let me see if I can move them. Oops, sorry. Let me see if I can move the moringa out of the way. Okay, see this? This is a leaf. See how the leaf came out of the branch? This is the main trunk, and it threw a big, big leaf. Well, but this shot out. Now this is a sucker, and this is already starting to throw flowers on the top. That sucker will continue to throw more suckers, so it will get bushier and bushier. But see, that's the tomatoes that are going to start growing on the top. This will never grow tomatoes, the leaf. But the sucker actually looks like a tomato plant. You'll see it grow. And as the stem gets bigger, it throws another leaf. Then the stem will get bigger and throw another leaf, and on we'll throw another leaf. That's the part that I want to leave. Now you could cut it off right here and get it into the water up about here, or a flower pot, and you could grow a whole new plant off of that. You can cut the suckers off if they're in your way, they're growing in a direction you don't want, or they're getting too tall, and you can root them either in water or damp soil. That's the easiest way to grow them. And you can put them even if you've got a tote growing with plants, and if you keep it well watered, you can stick them in the tote, and as soon as they start to root, you can pull them out and you can move them. They are so fun because what you're doing is cloning the plant. So whatever this plant grows, if it is growing beautiful red cherry tomatoes, small ones, the suckers will do that, which is part of the plant, and it will grow exactly what is growing on this plant, because it is the same plant. Now, if you collect the seeds from these tomatoes when they get red, you don't know what it's going to grow. If they're pollinated with a great big tomato, you may get this medium-sized tomato. You may get long tomatoes. You can get them yellow. You can get them black. You can get them purple. You have no idea what it's going to grow. It could end up growing exactly the same. But when you take a sucker off of your plant, you're cloning it. Now, I don't do a whole lot of cuttings in the summer, but I do in the fall, because in the fall, as the weather starts to cool at the end of the fall, you can take a lot of suckers off, put them in a pot, grow them on your windowsill, and come spring when your weather's good, if this was your favorite tomato, you will continue to grow. And get a lot of them. Don't do just one, just in case they don't make it through the winter. But then you can grow the same plant for many, many years, because in right conditions, a lot of these tomato plants can go well over 10 years, one plant. So that is why tomatoes are so amazing. They're not a one-season plant if your weather's good. But like I said, take a sucker, winter it over winter in the house, put it out in the spring, and you will be growing the same tomatoes that you've been growing. So I hope I showed you how to tell the difference between a leaf and a sucker. And the other thing I was going to tell you, I said I had something special. If sometimes you need to redirect the plant up, but you can't get to it, I use a lot of yarn. If you tie yarn around the trunk of the plant where the trichomes are, you can damage the plant. If the trichomes rub off, bacteria can get in there and cause a disease or make the plant just not do well. But if you have to pull it up and you can't find a safe place to pull it up without damaging the trunk of the plant, you can always sacrifice a leaf. In other words, tie a leaf with your string, a leaf. Then you can pull it back and tie it to your stake. And this way, if anything happens, it's only going to happen to the leaf. And once the plant is directed in the direction you want it to grow, you can trim the leaf off, because after all, it's just the leaf. It's not a main part of your plant. When trimming your tomato plants, you can trim just part of the leaf. If you had a part of the leaf that was brown, but the rest looked beautiful, you can trim it up to there. All this looks really good, but let's say here, I wanted to leave more leaf matter because the leaves are what feeds and takes care of the plant. You can just trim off the bad part. That's all you have to do. You don't have to trim the entire leaf. Now another tip, in very hot weather, your plant is trying to bring water up throughout the trunk of the plant and into the leaves. So if you're in a really dry, hot weather and you've got over 100 degrees, you can take off any type of leaf that is not needed by the plant. In other words, it's yellowing, it doesn't look that good. Why have the plant struggle to take care of a yellowing leaf that's on its way out? So I would trim it back as much as you can. Don't trim everything off, never trim everything off. But trim it off, get rid of all the leaves that your plant, be it a tomato, a squash, whatever you're growing, cucumber, take off all the yellowing leaves, trim it back, make sure every morning or late at night you give it a good watering during the hot weather, and your plant should be able to make it through some of the hottest days, because it's only trying to take care of the best leaves on the plant. And don't forget, you compost these leaves. You never throw this away. Even tomato leaves are soil for your plants. So with that, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. Really cool, beautiful plant. They're only a couple months old. I think I will take the yellow leaves off. But let me show you real quick. Here's one. Can you see that? Look at that. Isn't that cool? That is one of the cuttings I did. And here's another cutting. See all the roots? Is that cool? That's what I was saying. You can take these suckers off and they will grow roots. This is the one that was cut off. And then here's one more. They root really easy. You can root them in water, in a glass of water, or you could just put them in soil and keep them well watered. Don't let them dry out, because these are very delicate roots. But that's how easy it is to root your tomatoes, by simply putting them in a glass.